The 5 Dhyani Buddhas. The conceptual assembly of the 5 Buddha families. The 5 Buddhas are namely Vairocana, Amoghasiddhi, Ratnasambhava, Akshobhya, and Amitabha. The 5 Buddhas represent the purified manifestations. They are the 5 aggregates, elements, wisdom, senses, and sensory perceptions. The 5 aggregates or heaps, skandha, comprise the components of all sentient beings, namely, form, body, feeling, sensation, perception, discrimination, motivation, conditioning, and consciousness. Each of the 5 Buddhas was assigned a direction, a consort, a progeny of bodhisattvas and deities, a color, an animal throne, a specific mudra, and a symbolic emblem or attribute. The 5 Buddhas represent the transmutation of the 5 poisons, or delusions, into the 5 transcendent wisdoms: ignorance, desire, anger, jealousy and pride, into the all-encompassing, discriminating, mirror-like, all-accomplishing and equanimous. The 5 Buddhas are represented on different animal thrones. The dragon throne of Vairocana is interchangeable with the lion throne. The lion throne of Ratnasambhava is interchangeable with the horse throne. The peacock throne of Amitabha. The Garuda throne of Amoghasiddhi. And the elephants of Akshobhya. Generally, the Buddhist as well as other religious symbols are considered as a cultural item. They are used or venerated only because it is the tradition of one's own country to do so, and because it is believed that these symbols or objects bring good luck and prosperity. And it can also bring the highest realization of the real nature of all existences. The lion symbolizes of royalty and protection as well as of wisdom and pride. The elephant symbolizes of physical and mental strength as well as responsibility and earthiness. The horse is symbolic of energy and effort. It also symbolizes the air or prana, which runs through the channels of the body and is the vehicle of the mind. The peacocks are a symbol of openness, acceptance, immortality, star, wisdom, dualistic mind and the absolute unity. And the Garuda symbolizes the space element, and the power of the sun, openness and protection against poison. Akshobhya. Akshobhya was a monk who vowed never to feel anger or disgust toward another being. He was immovable in keeping this vow. After striving for a long period he became a Buddha. Akshobhya is a heavenly Buddha who reigns over the eastern paradise of Bharati. Those who fulfill Akshobhya's vow are reborn in a Bharati, and cannot fall back into lower states of consciousness. In Buddhist iconography, Akshobhya is usually blue though sometimes gold. He is most often pictured touching the earth with his right hand. This is the earth-touching mudra, which is the gesture used by the historical Buddha when he asked the earth to bear witness to his enlightenment. In his left hand Akshobhya holds a vajra, the symbol of shunyata, an absolute reality that is all things and beings unmanifested. Akshobhya is also associated with the 5th skandha, consciousness. In Buddhist Tantra, evoking Akshobhya in meditation helps overcome anger and hatred. Amitabha Buddha is probably the best known of the Dhyani Buddhas. In particular, devotion to Amitabha is at the center of Pure Land Buddhism, one of the largest schools of Mahayana Buddhism in Asia. In a long time ago, Amitabha was a king who renounced his kingdom to become a monk, called Dharmakara Bodhisattva. The monk practiced diligently for 5 eons and realized enlightenment and became a Buddha. Amitabha Buddha reigns over Sukhavati, which is also called the Pure Land. Those reborn in the Pure Land experience the joy of hearing Amitabha teach the Dharma, until they are ready to enter nirvana. Amitabha symbolizes mercy and wisdom. He is associated with the 3rd skandha, that of perception. Tantric meditation on Amitabha is an antidote to desire. He is sometimes pictured in between the bodhisattvas of Avalokitesvara and Masthamaprapta. In Buddhist iconography, Amitabha's hands are most often in a meditation mudra, fingers barely touching and gently folded over the lap with palms facing upward. His red color symbolizes love and compassion and his symbol is the lotus, representing gentleness and purity. Amoghasiddhi Buddha appears to represent the accomplishment of all action. His name means infallible success, and his consort is the well-known green Dara in the Noble Deliverer. Amoghasiddhi Buddha reigns in the north and is associated with the fourth skandha, volition or mental formations. This can also be interpreted as impulses, which is strongly associated with action. Meditation on Amoghasiddhi Buddha vanquishes envy and jealousy, two often impulsive actions. Amoghasiddhi is most often depicted in Buddhist iconography as radiating a green light, which is the light of accomplishing wisdom and promoting peace. His hand gesture is the mudra of fearlessness, his right hand in front of his chest and palm facing outward as if to say stop. He holds a crossed vajra, also called a double dorje or the thunderbolt. This represents accomplishment and fulfillment in all directions. Ratnasambhava Buddha represents richness. His name translates to origin of jewel, or the jewel-born one. In Buddhism, the three jewels are the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and Ratnasambhava is often thought of as the giving Buddha. He reigns in the south and is associated with the second skandha sensation. Meditation on Ratnasambhava Buddha vanquishes pride and greed, focusing instead on equality. Ratnasambhava Buddha has a yellow color which symbolizes earth and fertility in Buddhist iconography. He often holds a wish-fulfilling jewel. He holds his hands in the wish-fulfilling mudra, his right hand facing down, and the palm outward, and his left in the mudra of meditation. This symbolizes generosity. Vairocana Buddha is sometimes called the primordial Buddha or Supreme Buddha. He is thought to be the embodiment of all the Dhyani Buddhas, also everything and everywhere, omnipresent and omniscient. He represents the wisdom of shunyata or emptiness. Vairocana is considered a personification of the Dharmakaya, everything, unmanifested, free of characteristics and distinctions. He is associated with the first skandha form. Meditation on Vairocana vanquishes ignorance and delusion, leading to wisdom. When the Dhyani Buddhas are pictured together in a mandala, Vairocana is at the center. Vairocana is white, representing all colors of light and all the Buddhas. His symbol is the Dharma wheel, which at its most basic represents the study of the Dharma, practiced through meditation and moral discipline. His hand gesture is known as the Dharma Chakra Mudra, and is often reserved for the iconography of either Vairocana or the historical Buddha Shakyamuni. The mudra represents the turning of the wheel, and places the hands so that the thumbs and index fingers touch at the tips to form a wheel.